Good evening. Let me start by painting this scenario for you. Imagine you have an employee who fails to turn up for work consistently, but always shows up when it's pay time. Would you pay them, or would you simply replace them? Ponder over that as I come to the core of the issue we are focusing on tonight, and that is absenteeism in the House of Lords, our legislature. I'm talking about the Ghanaian Parliament. In recent times, we've heard media reports about how the business of the House has slowed down because oftentimes there are not enough people in the chamber to form a quorum for decisions to be taken on the floor of the House. Of course, Parliament is on recess as we speak, but for several weeks prior, very little could be done in the House as only a few members turned up to the chamber as was expected of them. In fact, some government business were delayed because, again, they failed to reach a quorum. But the issue of absenteeism in Parliament is a long-standing one. In fact, this is not the first time I'm talking about it. Parliamentary watcher Odikro has been consistently presenting reports of MPs' absenteeism and its impact on parliamentary work. Let me tell you why regular attendance of MPs to Parliament is critical to the functioning of government. First of all, it's crucial for the effective representation of citizens during public debates and decision-making, a fundamental tenet of our democracy. Second, it ensures the efficiency of our governance processes. Before Parliament can commence business, the 1992 Constitution requires that 1/3 of MPs, that's 92 of the 275, are present. Thus, the lack of quorum brings to a halt government business and may delay or even rush the consideration or passage of crucial bills. So clearly, you see why it's important for your representative to be in the office where he has been elected to serve. Now, in 2018, Michael Bates, a minister at the Department for International Development in the UK, offered a shocking resignation in the House of Lords for being late. Yes, Lord Bates was not present in the chamber, and he missed a question that was directed at him. He said he was thoroughly ashamed at not being in his place for the question, and he walked out to loud shouts of no, 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 no from some of his other colleagues. That is the UK. So over the years, the issue of absenteeism of MPs in Ghana has lingered. You won't hear of any MPs resigning because they are late or they are absent. People have complained about it. Nothing much has been done, and the situation remains the same. The leadership of the House has never sanctioned MPs for absenteeism. But that changed last week when the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, decided to refer 3 NPP MPs to the Privileges Committee for absenting themselves for 15 consecutive sittings. Per the standing orders, any MP who absent himself or herself without permission for that duration risk losing their seat. So the 3 MPs are Dome Kwabenya MP, Sarah Adjosafo, Asin Central's Kennedy Ejipong, and Ayawaso Central's Henry Korte. And they will lose their seats if they do not provide a reasonable explanation to the Parliamentary Committee on Privileges, which has 2 weeks after the House resumes from the Easter break to present their report. Now, the 2 gentlemen, we are told, are ill. In the case of Adjosafo, we know that she's not in the jurisdiction. But we also know that she has refused to play ball with her MPP colleagues. Her former boss, the majority leader, says the Speaker has had to reject further requests by the MP to extend her absence.
We have been limping. Yeah. I must admit. If she were here, this hurdle would have been cleared long, long ago. Unfortunately, she's not here. We've been having conversations about her coming back, and she promised and, renege on many occasions. But I think all is not right. All is not right. How to go forward with it is the bigger betting.
Well, his minority colleagues accuse his side of scheming to remove the Dome Kwabenya MP, Sarah Adjosafo.
Ability is there, but that will make very difficult to defend for the committee on the floor. That 3 people comment about the same crime.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh, this one.
But the constitution is clear. The reasonableness of your reason for being absent.
And I say that.
They will come to the determination that Adwoa isn't reasonable, but those two are.
Well, so that's for them to determine.
Well, the hypocrisy of this issue is that the majority is seemingly concerned about the absenteeism of these 3 MPs. But in reality, they just want to kick Sarah Adwoa out. They are not really concerned about absenteeism. You see, the politics around this will continue. But the real question is, what will happen in terms of attendance to the House after this whole Sarah Adwoa issue is thrashed out? Will MPs be more committed to showing up for work early or showing up at all? Who will monitor parliamentarians when they don't show up for work? Or will we go back to business as usual?